that John Prescott's campaign showed. We can combine passion for our values with hard-headed, practical policies to bring them to life. Let me thank you, John. Thank you for your praise of me. You will get a medal from the Warm Words Committee. It's your first organizational post. But most of all, we thank you for the energy and pride you brought to our party in its campaignings and will bring in the future. Thank you, John, for what you have done. And look at the way this election then was fought. Without bitterness, with dignity, never compromising the unity of the party. And we look at the involvement of literally hundreds of thousands of British people, the largest exercise in party democracy this country has seen, and we feel that pride too. And I say this about the involvement of those levy payers. They have been voters. Now is the time to go out and make them members of our party, and I will make that the central priority of party organisation. A genuine mass membership party. There is one other debt of gratitude I should like to pay for our party and for myself. I came into Parliament in 1983. Those were dark days for our party. They required great courage and determination from our new leader then. We got those qualities in full measure. It was a great achievement to make this party electable once more, and we will never forget the contribution to us and our party's history made by Neil Kinnock. And now, it is our values and ideas that are the battleground of politics in the 1990s. The Tories tell us to judge them on their wishes, their aspirations. Let us tell them, after 15 years of government, we will judge them on one basis only. They can change their cabinet, they cannot change their record. It is not 4 cabinet ministers that should pay for the mistakes of 15 years. It's the Prime Minister and the whole government that should pay that price. And I say this to them. You've had your chance. You've had 15 years to get it right. If you can't change this country for better after 15 years, you never will. It is time for you to go and let the future rest with those that have the courage to face it, and we have that courage in this party. And as the Tories move yet again to the right, it is us, the Labour Party, that can speak for the aspirations of the British people, north and south, young and old, haves and have-nots. Labour is the party of the majority in Britain today. They have failed. But I say this to you. I will wage war in our party against complacency wherever it exists. The Tories have lost the nation's trust. But that does not mean that we inherit it automatically. We have to work for it. We have to earn it. And above all, we must show not just that they have failed, but how we can succeed. And let me tell you how. I will tell you what our task is. It's not just a program for government. It is a mission. a mission of national renewal, a mission of hope, change and opportunity. It is a mission to lift the spirit of this nation, draw its people together, rebuild the bonds of common purpose that are at the heart of any country fit to be called one nation. And we stand and say, we are part of a community of people. We do owe a duty to more than ourselves. We should help those who cannot help themselves. And I want to see a community where if it's not good enough for my children, then it's not good enough for theirs and anyone else's in our society. I want to build a country where there is no corner of Britain, not in its length and breadth, where we shield our eyes in shame and look away because we dare not contemplate what we see. I want a country with pride in itself because it has pride in its people. A country that knows it's not just a group of individuals and families struggling on their own, but a society strong, united, confident, and where we harness the power of that society to advance the individuals within it. The power of all, used for the good of each. That is what socialism means to me. And I will tell you how it works. Not through some dry academic theory or student gospel of Marxism. It works when every person who wants to can get up in the morning with a job to look forward to and prospects upon which to raise a family. When our kids go to school in classrooms with teachers, books on desks, a roof on the school building, and when they come home, they can go outside and play without fear. It is a society where our nurses are nursing, not filling out forms. Our doctors are caring for patients, not billing them. And where we are spending money on improving healthcare, not on management accountants, bureaucrats, and those that they have put in our National Health Service. That is why we need change. And it is time to talk a new language of social justice, of what is just and unjust, fair and unfair, right and wrong. And let me tell you what that means and how we will do it. It is wrong that we spend billions of pounds keeping able-bodied people idle, and right that we spend it putting them to work to earn a living wage as a Labour government will do. It is wrong that we spend more to keep families in miserable bed and breakfast accommodation than we do to build homes for them to live in, and right that we allow local authorities to build them those homes. Wrong that we have people appointed to run local services because of Tory patronage, that people in the House of Lords make the laws of this country simply because of their birth, and right that those who wield power do so on democracy and merit, and Labour will insist that that is the basis upon which our laws are passed. Wrong that we live in a society where our elderly are terrified in their own homes. Women can't walk the streets at night. Children getting drugs even in the school playground. And right that we are tough on crime, tough on the causes of crime, and Labour will make our communities safe for the people of this country to live in. That is our pledge. And my friends, wrong that we should tell old age pensioners that they will have to choose between paying VAT on fuel or freezing in their home, while the executives of these privatized utility companies pay themselves six-figure sums for 3-day weeks, something no civilized society should tolerate, and we will not tolerate it. That is right. That is right and wrong. There is a place for anger, for passion when we look at our country today. But ours is a passion allied to reason. Because a society that is unjust, a society that rewards privilege, not hard work, a society that ignores its industry and undervalues its skills, a society in which only 1 in 50 crimes is punished and the majority go unrecorded, a society divided, unequal, set against itself, is not only unjust but inefficient. Not just unfair, but unfit for any decent person to raise a family and live in. And the need for society to act for the individuals in it is greater now than ever before. Look around you today. The chief characteristic of this world is change, the force of change outside our country, driving the need for change within it. Change in the world order following the end of the Cold War. Change in the economy to a new global market based on new technology, high skills, perpetual innovation, competition from corners of the world regarded as backward only a decade ago. Change in patterns of work. Change that means that most people have 6 or 7 jobs in a lifetime instead of 1. Where unemployment is not just about why you lost your last job, but why you cannot find a new one. Change in society, where millions of women want to work, to use their talent, bring up a family, and where men learn that they have a responsibility for sharing the burden of family life to allow women to do so. These changes affect not just the poor or the unemployed. They affect us all. We can't hide from this change, and nor should we let it simply wash over us. The task of national renewal is to provide opportunity and security in this world of change. But that can only be done if we act together as a society to equip our people and our industry for change, to allow them to prosper through change. Let us be clear. That means taking those historic principles of solidarity and community, but applying them anew and afresh to the world today. It cannot be done by a return to the past or staying with the failed policies of the present. It won't be done either by seeing society as state control, central power, sectional interests, any more than it can be done through crude free market economics, junking public services, or running the country for a tiny Tory elite in the vain belief that their wealth will trickle down to the rest of us. That is why I said